Hello and welcome back to Kitten Up Kitten, and today I've got a little bit of a different video for you. Please excuse the marking on the front of my book. So I have got a couple of small diamond paintings that I need to put in this portfolio. Now I haven't put any in this yet because most of mine are bigger diamond paintings, of course. But I have got these smaller ones that I won't be putting up on the wall. So I've got two books. I've got this one. This one I quite like because I think you can take these out. So I've got a A3. Yes, A3. And I've also got a small A4. Now I've only got one picture to put in this one. But it's for the really little ones. But some of these are ones that I'm not going to display anywhere. I do have a couple here that are ones that I haven't actually done. My mum did them. So I just thought I would come on and just put these in the book while, just for a quick video. Just so that I've got something to do. Now, what I am going to do is I am going to use one piece of card per picture. I'm not going to put one on the back. I'm hoping. We'll see. So this is the first one. Now this is a picture that I didn't do. My mum did this. I don't know how well you can see on here, but it's a tank. And I bought this for my daughter to do when I first started diamond painting. And she literally did this little bit down here. I never touched it again. So my mum finished it off. So this one came from Amazon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut right up to where those drills are. I'm not overly fussed about it being massively straight. Now I will say in a quiet voice, my mum isn't as neat a diamond painter as I am. And I'm not the best. But my mum is definitely not as neat as me. So it might not have really straight edges. But because they're going into this portfolio, I just wanted to keep it because I did it for, I bought it for my daughter to do. And mum just finished it off because otherwise they'd have just sat there not having anything done. So I'm just cutting the excess off. So if you're going to do this with a portfolio, I've chosen black card. You can use white card. I just bought A3 black card from Amazon. And bizarrely, I didn't realise I'd got some. And I ordered a big pack of black card and then found a smaller pack of black card as well. So I'd obviously bought it previously and just never done anything with it. So I just thought I would get these couple of pictures put in. I would talk about where I got them from and why they're not going into a frame and being used. So I originally thought that my daughter could do these and put them in her bedroom because she is a massive tank fan. But yeah, she didn't even really bother. So we're not going to bother with that. So it's not the greatest, it's not the neatest. And literally, I'm just going to get some double-sided tape. I'm going to put 3 bits on. So one bit on the side, one bit in the middle, just to hold it. I mean, you don't even have to cut this. You can just like tear it, to be fair. And one there. But it does mean that these smaller paintings that I'm not going to display, I can just put into this book. And I can keep them and we can look over them. There is every chance that my mum may have a couple that she wants to put in here. There's no point as having... I mean, she can have a separate display book if she wants one. But doesn't seem much point. So I'm just going to get my black card. I'm just going to move that out the way a minute. So I've just got, and it's just thin black card. It's not anything special. But I'm going to try and make sure that I've got a similar gap all the way around. I'm just going to press that bit down. And then I'm going to pull this bit off. Now you can use a pair of tweezers if you're struggling to get your paper off your tape. So just going to make sure that's nice and flat. Lovely. I just thought I would come on and do this quickly because I do need to start. I've got a couple of these about all over the place, and I just thought it would be nice to get them put away properly because, you know, although they're not the best pictures in the world, you know, I've learnt a lot since starting diamond painting. They do deserve to go into a book, so that's what I'm going to do. And then I'm literally going to pop this in here. Now, I did say I would do one per piece of card, so this should slot in perfectly, being as it is a 3. Because it depends on whether you can get 2 into each one. I think I'm just going to use 1 because there's quite a few leaves in here, and I can always buy another one. So another piece of card, get that ready. I apologise if my head is in the way. So I brought this quite small pack, and I've also got a thicker pack. Now this one is one that came from... Now, did it come from Fan Cells? It might have done. I will go back and check. I think it was a Fan Cells, actually. It got a drill that's popped up there. I started doing this one and knew as I was doing it, it actually doesn't look too bad. Number 1, I think it is a stolen image. Number 2, I started doing it and realised that it wasn't going to have the detail that I wanted. So I did, again, give this to my mum, and you can tell I did because it's got no legend on it. So I'm going to now trim this as close to that edge as I can get. But it's okay. It's okay. It's just not, it just wasn't big enough, and I wasn't happy when I started doing it. And I'm a big believer in not, you know, chucking stuff out. So I donated it to my mum because she's on a much tighter budget than I am, because I knew that she would finish it. So, and she did. She said she enjoyed it. So I'm going to put it in here. Now I do have a little A4 one as well for really small pictures, but I don't do masses of small pictures. So I may just pop the small ones into this one, but we'll see how we go. Okay, so I've managed to trim that down. Now I've still got a little bit there. Let me just see if I can get a bit closer with these ones, because sometimes you can get a little bit closer just with some. That's better. So that was it. That's the whole purpose of doing this video today, is just to get some of these put in this portfolio. And if nothing else, it is going to show, as time goes on, the progression of my abilities to pick a diamond painting based on size. Because I don't do masses of small ones, but I have got some, because I've been very lucky. I've got a drill that's turned upside down on that one. I shall sort that out in a minute. I've been very lucky to have been sent some smaller diamond paintings from a couple of companies now, which I'm very grateful for. I won't keep all of them because I can't possibly do all the diamond paintings I get sent, but I will do some of them. So these little ones, you know, if I'm going to get them and I'm going to do them because I'm reviewing them for that particular company, then I want somewhere to put them. Now, I do know some people will put little notes on to say where they got it from and all that sort of thing. I'm not going to do that. most of the time I can remember. I'm pretty sure this was a Fan Cells one. So let me see if I can get rid of that, because that's... Okay, so down here somewhere there is a drill that is actually turned upside down. So I'm just getting rid of my rubbish while I go. Now, where was that drill? Sod's law, I probably can't find it now. But you see, my mum's not as... I'm really particular about my edges and my mum isn't. So, yeah, this would bother me. No, can't find it. So I'm just going to make sure that the drills are all there. I mean, it looks quite nice through the camera, but for me, it's not clear enough. So again, let's just do that. Look, I can just tear it. It's that simple. I'm not too worried. Now, if I put a canvas into a frame, I also do this with the double-sided tape. Just because the weight of the diamonds, if you put your diamond painting into a frame, the weight of the diamonds can cause the painting to slump in the frame. So by doing this and affixing it to whatever backing you've got, whether it's card or board, it just means that you're not gonna have that painting drop down. Now, the one thing that I did learn from framing my first diamond painting, my Freddie, is the clip frames are no good for diamond paintings. They're just not strong enough, because I tried that with Freddie and it literally fell off the wall and fell apart. You do need a proper frame, especially for the larger ones. For the smaller ones, you may possibly be able to get away with it. So I'm going to turn this round, because I took all that tape off and I really shouldn't have done. As long as it's somewhere in the middle. It doesn't have to be perfect. There we go. That's that one done. I do have other videos today, but I am running short on time. So I thought this would make a nice little additional video for you guys. And it would encourage me to do a job that I've been putting off for a little while. And of course, if I've got some of them in, see, that one's not very straight, is it? Never mind. Okay, so the next one is one of the first diamond paintings I ever did. This is before I found Diamond Art Club. Cute little picture, got it from Amazon. Cost me a couple of quid, didn't cost a lot. So it's all right. It's okay. I actually did this one on holiday last year, so it must have been Easter time, I think. So one of my very first diamond paintings. And I took it on holiday because it was a bit smaller. At the time I've got a pair of angel wings that I wanted to do to put on the wall in memory of my little brother that passed away. However, since then, I have decided on a different picture, which I like better, which will be going into a frame. So I will share that with you when I get it. Because I am very much, when I choose diamond paintings, it is very much about either what I'm going to enjoy doing or for a reason. You know, I normally have an emotional attachment to choosing a diamond painting. And sometimes, yes, I just choose a diamond painting because I like the image, but I'm not necessarily going to put it up on the wall. But lots of times I am. Now, this was one of the ones. I wanted a nice colourful one because the angel wings I was doing at the time were a mixture of mainly black and grey. So I wanted a nice little colourful one. And I managed to get this done in about 5 days, being on holiday. So it was nice and quick. Not my neatest work, but not my worst. Now, I did actually replace some drills on this one. because they've been stored under my sofa bed, and a couple had got knocked out of place. So if nothing else, I do have plenty of black card. So I'm going to flip it over. This time I'm not going to take all the backing tape off. I mean, you can see just by looking at it, it's not very straight cut, but you know, like I said, they're not being framed. The benefit to put them in one card is you could, if you later decide that you want to put them in a frame, you could just take them out of this folder and put them in a frame that will fit an A3. But for me, these are all ones that I have no intentions of ever framing. This would be a lot easier if I'd have cut it so we had a straight edge, but there we go. So there's one. So let's get that centered first and get it roughly where I want it to be. There we go. This one was quite nice to do. To be fair, I didn't have a lot of trash drills or anything. I remember quite enjoying it, but it was shortly after that holiday that I came across Diamond Art Club and bought my first Diamond Art Club. And once I'd done that, again now, I have started delving back into budget companies for the sake of you guys, really, so that I can show you what's out there and what's different. Oh, that looks so nice already. So I will be doing some budget paintings. I know there are some of you that have, you know, really said that you would like to see the budget paintings. So there we go. That's that one. My dandelions. I'm sure there's a few of you that have also seen or done this one. Now the next one is my doves. So it's slightly too wide for the small portfolio book, so hence why I'm going to have to put it in this one. So it just means we're going to have a nice large overhang of black card, but that's fine. So although this is a smaller painting than I would normally do, I do really like it. It has come out very, very well considering the size of it. So it deserves a place. So big thank you to Everyday E-Deals for sending me this canvas. I was really, really pleased. I have since reordered, but I have requested a couple of bigger paintings and an accessory. It hasn't been sent out yet, but I will unbox that as soon as it has. I didn't keep the drills from this one because there are no DMC numbers and I do not have the patience to colour match. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to cut along this little black line on the edge. Now it's much easier to cut this one than it was to cut those others because it's neater. Oh, it's pretty. It's cute. Can't moan too much, can I? It's a cute little painting and I think it was around £3. So, oh, that's quite cute. So I'm going to put this one up here a bit. I know it's not in the middle, but I really don't want that much. So you never know. I might have something. Oh, do you know what I could do? I'm wondering if I could get my little one on here. You know, my little... I'm going to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it up quite high and I'm going to find my little... you know, the little one I did as a mini painting, as an experiment. I'm going to put that there, I think. So on this one, because it's a smaller painting, I am just going to put the two, because this definitely won't be going into a frame. So I'm just going to do two bits. And yeah, what I'll do is I'll see if I can find my mini conversion painting. I'd really like to do another one of those because I did enjoy doing that one. As if I don't have enough projects on the go. Cannot get the edge on this one. Let's try this one first. It does not help having long nails on. Now the problem that I'm having at the minute with a filming schedule is I reopened doing nails. So I'm going to put this right at the top. I reopened doing nails from September and it has taken off very quickly. And if you include the friends and family that are also returning to me, I have even less time than I had before. So I am trying to get as much content up for you as possible. So please bear with me. Right, let me go see if I can find that little painting. 1 second. I've literally just looked everywhere and I can't find it. So I don't know where it's gone. Okay. So I'm just, for now, I'm just going to put this one in and I will add that on there. Because I kept it because I was going to put it on top of one of my extras boxes. That was the plan. So I just thought it'd fit on there. So I shan't bother. So I'm out of breath because that's what I've been doing. And the odds are, because I've done a move round in here, when I then start going through the cupboard in the snug, I will probably find it. In which case I'll add it at the bottom because it's cute. So that is that done. So this is a A3 portfolio. I got this from Amazon. I can't remember how much it cost me, but it's plenty big enough. I bought this last year and just never got around to putting the stuff in it. The other one is an A4. This cost me about £4, I think, if that. It was very, very cheap. Now this is another, look, you can see how not neat my mother is. That's not even in the right place. This little kit again came from Amazon. It cost about £3. And again, it was a little one that I got for my daughter that she never did. So, yeah, not very neat at all. It's not even that clear, but it's tiny. So I'm going to get my piece of card. I'm going to get my cutter. Now I need it roughly halfway, don't I? Yeah. So if I do it about there, let's hope. Let's hope, because I didn't measure it. Let's check, because that is definitely bigger than the other bit. So if necessary, I will cut it down. Yeah, it's too wide. Let's try that bit. So I should have measured that. Serves me right. But actually, that one might fit. Let's just see if it's going to fit. Nope. Only just. Right, so let's take a little bit more off this bit then. So there you go. Make sure you measure. I've got no excuses because I've got a ruler bit on here. So I've got no excuses for not doing it. So I'm going to try and line that up. Is that going to fit? Oh, I think it will just. So let's cut this one off. And then I will put the smaller ones into this one. Now, what I do suggest is making sure you've got some Goo Gone or isopropyl alcohol. That shouldn't be that hard for me to say because I use it all the time. And just clean the blade of your scissors when you finish, because they do get very, very sticky doing this. There is a drill missing off that corner. I'm not going to bother about replacing it, because to be fair, this is just an album. It's just so that I can see what ones we've done and what we haven't. And like I said, because this is one my mum's done, I just don't want to throw it away. There we go. That's lovely. That'll do. So same thing again. I'm just going to put 2 pieces on this because it's not very big. So I'm going to put a bit there and a bit there. Now what I do like is you can get the display books that have got the pocket on the front. I didn't bother just because these will stay in my craft room. But if I was gonna, you know, I always think display books are the sort of thing that they're quite nice to have on your coffee table. You know, like, so when people come round and, you know, if you've got somebody round and you're having to leave them for a minute, they've got something to flick through, like the artist coffee book table books that you can get. So I've always envisioned having a small one on the table for people to flick through, you know. So if I was going to do that, then I would probably buy one with the clear pocket on the front, because then you could just slip a nice diamond painting in the front of it. However, because mine are going to be stored in my craft room, I will still pull them out if someone wants to have a look at them, but I'm not displaying them anywhere. So I chose to save a few pounds and not bother. Now this one is a much cheaper version. The plastic is not as good and it is slightly filmy, but do you know what? You can still see it. It's still in there. So that is my two display books. This one is most definitely a better quality one. This one's a little bit of a cheaper one, and you can get little A5 ones if you're someone who really likes the Paint Gem Mini diamond paintings. You can get little A5 ones to pop your little paintings in if you want to. Me personally, the more pictures you display, the better, because that's why we do it, isn't it? But do you know what? It's quite cute. It's quite cute to have them somewhere if they're ones that you're not going to supply. You're not going to display. So that is that from me on this particular video. I will be back very soon. Thank you for joining me while I put my diamond paintings away. I will be back very, very soon. It is, as always, over and out from this Kitten Up Kitten. Bye-bye.